Hello. Starting videos is honestly my weak point. I'm not very good at this. It's really awkward. Dark Neostorm just came out, and today I'm going to be going over some of the more niche and unknown cards that are in this set. Cards that you didn't read, but I took it out of my good grace and time to read for you. Because, you know, the Yu-Gi-Oh community is renowned for its literary comprehension. See what I did there? Yu-Gi-Oh players can't read, and it's a joke. Comment, like, subscribe if you're interested in my incompetence. Starting off, we have Omni Dragon Brotor. Yeah, bro fist, yeah. Bro. Konami's TCG localization, of course, being the class act that it is, which is amazing comedians. Honestly, I'm still not over Totally Awesome. That card is so funny. When this card is special summoned, you are able to discard a card, target a monster on the field, and then add from your deck to your hand a card with a exact same type and attribute. So, you can probably imagine that being a dragon, you are able to special summon this card from your deck with Guard Dragon LP, target himself, and then add a Dark Dragon from your deck to your hand, such as Red Eyes Darkness Meadow Dragon. That is a very basic interaction that I could think of in about 7 seconds, but of course, just to clarify...
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of retarded.
So I don't really have the brain power to tell you how amazing and crazy this thing is going to get, but someone out there in the Yu-Gi-Oh community who takes some kind of illicit form of narcotics will probably come up with some insane crazy combo utilizing this boy, so stay tuned for that. I can imagine this being played in some kind of crazy like Guard Dragon, Thunder Dragon deck that breaks the game and makes a stupid combo that no one has ever seen or heard of before because it utilizes 9 garnets from the year 2007. You know how combos go in this game. I think this guy has a lot of potential. Not only can he target himself, he can target other things, so the potential there is pretty wide. Psy Reflector is a new level 1 Dark Psychic monster in this set, and this card is able to be summoned off E-Telly, which, reminder, is still at 1 because Cosmo needs to be kept in check. Regardless, when he is normal or special summoned, he is able to add 1 Assault Beast monster from your... I just fucking spoiled it, didn't you? You spoiled it! So summon this guy, add Assault Beast, discard Assault Beast to the graveyard to add an Assault Mode card. Psy Reflector's second effect will allow you to discard, discard an Assault Mode card to special summon an Assault Mode monster from your graveyard onto the field, and you can manipulate its level. Being a level 1 tuner, bringing back any guy and altering the level from something like 4 all the way up to 8. So it is a 1-card Synchron Summon of level 6 to 10, depending on your choice. And you can imagine level 7 is pretty nice when you're able to go for Yazzie combos and OTK your opponent with 1 single card. And of course, you can do the full Orcus combo because 2 monsters on the field is a full Dingirsu play. But of course it comes with the heavy drawback of having to play 2 completely useless engine requirements in your deck you will never want to draw or see. I think this card genuinely is really awesome, and I can imagine some kind of mishmash 1-card engine of 2 monsters on the field, just playing some kind of like Orcus turbo deck, playing this guy purely for the sake of the fact that it is a 1-card Orcus combo. So I can imagine him being pretty fun to experiment with and play around with the synchro decks as well. But over the course of 12 rounds, I think it's going to be pretty tough to justify playing 2 engine requirements that are total bricks in your deck. Regardless, I thought this guy was really cool, and I do believe it's had some kind of popularity in the OCG, so we might see more of it over here in the TCG, and maybe even some tops with this guy. Don't be surprised. The next card is here for you poor people, Dino players, and that is World Legacy Monstrosity. This card, when added off of Miko, which is searching any World Legacy card if you've read that card by now, you're able to target a level 9 monster on your field, usually a True King, and special summon 2 level 9 monsters from your deck with different levels, types and attributes, something like that. But basically, it's level 9 and rank 9 plays for you to go in to enter Blathnir, and of course, perhaps the most notorious rank 9 of all, and that's True King of all Calamities. Calamities because that represents the design of this card. Really fair and balanced, negating all effects from being activated in possession. It's amazing. So fair, so fair. Dino Wrestler Cool. Dino Wrestler Karl is a level 2 Earth tutor that you can special summon from your hand if you control no monsters. If you've been watching my videos enough, you will know that my gargantuanly sized cranium, which I keep underneath this hat here, has predicted that Needle Fiber will be coming in Battle as a Legend or at some point this summer, and we're going to be able to, I guess, put this guy in the field and go into Needle Fiber plays with this. I just think that a tuner is probably really cool to be able to just splam onto the board for free, and I think that being an Earth as well with level 2 makes you be able to access Nappies fairly easily in a lot of decks. So I can imagine this card being pretty useful and pretty cool to play in different kinds of decks. One of my favorite cards from this set is Loud Cloud Storming Serpent, or something like that. This is a Chaos monster, but for wind and fire. So it's not a Chaos monster. But it's a Chaos monster if dark and light were wind and fire. Aren't storms technically water and wind rather than fire? Ancient Greek chemistry aside, this guy, when summoned by banishing a wind and a fire, is able to pop a monster on the field, and then the secondary effect can be used to pop a back row. So you can get 2 pops with this, guys. The problem is obviously going to try to find a deck that you can play this in, but I guess you have Salmon Great with main deck Drolls. That's pretty neat. I guess you can play 3 him staple, confirmed. Listen, as soon as we find a wind fire deck, this guy's insane, alright? Trust me, like popping 2 cards going second is amazing. I can't think of a deck right now that's good in, but it has potential. I like him. It's cool. Chaos Betrayer is a level 6 Dark Fiend that came out in this set, and it is a reverse Chaos monster. I don't know what it is with this video on Chaos monsters. Basically, you can special summon this guy as a Chaos monster by banishing a light and dark, but from your graveyard. It's level 6, banishing a light and dark from your graveyard, and you can send it there with Fiendish Rhino Warrior. So I can imagine this being a link fodder thing in Burning Abyss, potentially. You can hard make Beatrice, boys. Who's trying to rank up into Beatrice? We're trying to hard summon Beatrice. Overlay this with Solkius and Mali or something, and there you go. When summoned, it is able to DD Crow a card out of your opponent's graveyard. So going second, this guy has a lot of utility versus something like Salmon Great, for example. And of course, just the fact that it's so easily accessible with Fiendish Rhino Warrior, I think make this a serious contender for a main deck monster in Burning Abyss. And one of the more staple side deck cards that we've seen in this set. Probably not staple yet, but I can imagine this being pretty good in the future, and that's Nightmare Incarnation Idly. Not Ibli or Isolde, although they are all mommy cards. Idly is able to be special summoned onto the field if the total link rating on the field is 8 or more. So if your opponent makes a crazy link board, you're able to special summon her and send all link monsters from the field to the graveyard. Pretty neat side card versus link monsters. However, unlike Avida, which is a card I've reviewed in a previous video and is coming in the future, this thing actually activates and can be responded to. So I guess if there's a bunch of negates and stuff, it might not be that great. But regardless, I think it's pretty neat to mention. And you're going to be playing this regardless if you're a Dino player, as it's a target for World Legacy monstrosity. World Chalice Guard Dragon All Marduk is a fusion monster that is released in this set. And if you pay quick attention to its fusion materials, 3 link materials. This is sort of a side card, like in the same way that Idly or Avida might be in the future versus link spam decks, because 3 link monsters means it's a super poly target. And it's not just a random one of you can hope to draw anymore, as Konami decided for some bizarre reason to put that card back up to 2 on this recent ban list. So it's really like a pseudo sphere mode for link spam decks. If your opponent is comboing off really hard, you can put in 2 super polys and this guy from your side deck and fuse away your opponent's like 3 monsters from their field with a super, which is actually really crazy if you think about it. And of course, Super Poly being the amazing card that it is Spell Speed 4.
Actually, spell speed 4 isn't a real terminology, actually.
Shut up, Judge. You know exactly what I mean. So because of the fact it can't be responded to makes it very awesome going second versus these link spam decks, and I can imagine this being a pretty good side card alongside Super Poly. And if Konami are anyone to go by when it comes to ban lists, they might incrementally climb Super Poly up the 3 next lists, and that's gonna be scary. So thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Patreon and Twitch, link in the description where you can watch me, comment, like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, or if you hated the video because I'm unfunny and cringe and stupid, just do that one.
Keep spending most our lives